What the Tusk is up, Titans? Your girls are back to fill you in on all things outside Titan sports universe. And as always, my name is Brandy, and this is Ashling.
What's up, Titans? I'm in an extra great mood today because baseball's back, baby. Spring training started just this last weekend, and oh, the tea is hot. The start of spring training comes just after the signing of Manny Machado's $300 million 10-year contract with the Padres. Is this a beginning of a serious comeback for San Diego?
No. But Machado will wear number 13 with the Padres, and I think that this really sets the bar for still free agent Harper, who is heard to still be in talks with the Phillies. And this morning, news broke that the Dodgers are back in the running, but are looking for more of a short-term deal. Although sources say that Harper has been adamant about keeping at least a 10-year deal. So at this point, who knows what is going to happen? All I know is I'm super annoyed about it, and I'm a Dodger fan. Of course I want Harper, but pick someone.
Last Sunday was the Dodgers' first official meeting with Harper, and the Dodgers manager Dave Roberts told the media, and I quote, it was good, just trying to get to know each other. I think it's in the spirit of us, the Dodgers. Vetting a certain process makes sense, and for those guys to do their due diligence as well, end quote. What does that even mean?
I don't even know. First of all, I think Machado signing to the Padres was kind of a big shock to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he was going to go to the Padres. I think he'd want to go to a team that would have, maybe won or been close to getting into the World Series this year. Padres are nowhere close, but maybe he just really likes California.
I think he's in it for the money.
Yeah, but other teams have offered him the same amount, so who knows? Maybe it's some higher political scandal that we don't know about. Stay tuned.
Maybe.
But now let's talk about the best college basketball player this world has ever known, and probably the most dramatic event in NCAA history. Last Wednesday in the Duke rivalry game versus UNC, in the first 30 seconds of the game, Zion Williamson tries to make a move at the top of the key. His foot slips, and his entire foot breaks through his shoe. Zion immediately fell to the ground, clutching his knee, and as it later turns out, he would not be coming back to the game. And the 6'2", 284-pound athlete's Achilles heel ended up being a minor knee sprain.
Reports say that despite how dramatic it looked, Zion will be able to be back as early as the end of next week. The shoe he was wearing, Paul George's Nike's PG 2.5, when this all went down, the shoe specific for the Duke basketball team. And since then, Nike stock dropped more than 1%, and according to science, the reason may not have even been a shoe malfunction, but more that Zion is way too big for that style of shoe.
Well, I am really glad it wasn't much. I think everyone remembers where they were when Zion went down. And for me, I was running on the treadmill at the gym, and I finally had a good excuse to stop running because a national catastrophe had occurred. And I was tired, and I hate running.
I'm pretty sure stopping that was not going to help our sweet friend Zion. Moving on. After his injury, the question came up now that Zion is eligible since he turns 19 this year to be drafted into the NBA. Do you think he should be drafted?
Oh, 100% I do. Because, first of all, he should be playing in the NBA right now. Have you guys not seen him? He's
absolute unit.
Can you believe how tall and how big he is? Like, he's 284 pounds moving like that on the court. Insane. They need to make his own shoe, first of all. But I think he needs to leave because the NCAA, for example, the Duke-UNC game, ticket prices were so high. And you know how much money he made off of it? Zero. You know how much money he can make next year signing to the NBA? Millions.
Big bank.
Now, it is no news that the NCAA is crooked and makes billions of dollars while athletes do receive nothing. And at the Duke-UNC game, it was very evident. The ticket prices were resellable for over $3,000 for a rivalry game. And I mean, it was a pretty big game. Even President Barack Obama was there.
Yikes. Moving on to some serious allegations, Patriots owner Robert Kraft was charged with soliciting prostitution at a massage parlor in Florida.
Hey, before we get started, Ashling, I think that this next subject deserves a proper introduction. Okay. In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. Here at What the Tusk, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as a Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Okay.
Listen, I've been waiting my whole life for this moment. Don't ruin it. I am Olivia Benson. You can be Ice-T.
Okay. No other names have been released, but rumor has it that he is not the biggest name involved. The massage parlor was under a months-long investigation and over 200 men were charged. Now big Patriot haters are traveling to take photos with the massage parlor. How does this massive situation play out with Kraft and his future with the Patriots?
Sadly, I don't really think it's going to affect Bob Kraft too much. I see he spent the last weekend in LA during Oscars weekend partying it up. He was also seen Monday morning greeting Tom Brady with a big hug big hug off of his private jet. And then how do you feel, Ashley, that he's already been charged, caught red-handed? Do you think that it's just diminished the respect on his name?
I mean, honestly, he's Robert Kraft, and he's still the owner of the Patriots, you know, all that good stuff. ESPN reported on Monday morning that Kraft will have a low-level arrest, meaning he doesn't even have to appear. His lawyer can show up for him. And if he is convicted, he could face 1 year in jail, a $5,000 fine, 100 hours of community service, and attendance in a human trafficking class. His court date has been scheduled for April 24th. He is to be charged with first-degree misdemeanor solicitation.
The NFL says in a statement Monday its personal conduct policy applies equally to everyone in the NFL, and they will handle this allegation the same way we would handle any issue under the policy. The league adds it's seeking a full understanding of the facts and does not want to interfere with any ongoing law enforcement investigation. The NFL says it will take appropriate action as warranted based on the facts. Sure.
Well, I guess we're going to see how it plays out, but like I said, he's Bob Kraft, so is he going to get a slap on the wrist? Is he even going to be found guilty? What of the possibilities of repercussions will he actually have? He's not going to go to jail.
He's not.
He might pay the fine.
Oh, he will most definitely pay the fine, because if there's one thing that they can't pin him on, it's all the money he has.
Yeah.
So
he'll pay the fine. He'll probably end up having to go to the classes, but I don't think he'll end up doing community service or time.
Me neither. I think it's honestly just disgusting. It's really disgusting. And
100%.
it should be extremely embarrassing for him. If I were him, I wouldn't show up to court either. But I do think they did use him, and that the reason why he's not getting jail time is because the reason they probably used him for information to get the bigger fish, which they did actually catch 6 of like the main ringleaders of the massage parlors. So it's really sad. Hopefully those girls get justice.
I hope so.
But now moving on to a little lighter news. You've heard of the Lil B curse, the Drake curse. How about the JaRule curse? JaRule put a curse over the Timberwolves after an extremely awkward halftime show during the team's 90s night. He tried to get the crowd going and, well, fails epically. I am not sure if either no one knows who he is anymore or what the deal really is. Check it out.
That counts. Sanchez, we ready? 1 second. I'm loading up. Give me time to load up. Are we ready? I guess not.
After the show, he took to Twitter to say that his sound was off and defended the videos of players taking practice shots in the middle of his show. The Timberwolves tweeted about the event, and JaRule quoted the tweet and cursed them out of a championship for 30 years.
Honestly, what great press for JaRule.
I know, I forgot about him until this happened.
Well, I love JaRule. Like I loved him, back in the early 2000s, but I think that it is very unfortunate and it was very awkward. And then Giannis was making free throw shots practicing during the halftime show.
So uncomfortable.
That's probably, I would have been mad if I was him too. I'd be like,
that's disrespect right there. Like, you're still going strong.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, first of all, my sound's not working. Second of all, this guy's still playing. Like, am I supposed to be here? That's what I would think.
I'd feel really disrespected.
Yeah.
That's all your girls have for you this week, Titans. Make sure you're keeping up with what the Tusk is going on.
And we will see you next week.